What are the different types of business structures? Why is this important to you as a business owner? Well, let's explore this. There are several different types of ways you can establish yourself as a business. We have the sole proprietor, which is not really a business entity. It's just you yourself as the sole proprietor of the business. You have your LLC, you have your corporation, and you have partnerships. For your LLC, which is a limited liability company, this usually consists of one or more members. There are several tax advantages to doing this when compared to, say, being a sole proprietor. You have general partnerships and limited partnerships. For the general partnerships, usually the partners are the managers and they take on full responsibility of the liability of the company. For your limited partnerships, you have your general partners who manage the ins and outs of the business, and you have your investors who will invest capital into the company but take on more of a limited liability position in the company. Me personally, I am formed as an S corporation. I have a couple of companies that are both formed as S corporations. There are a couple of tax advantages to this when compared to a sole proprietor. This is all going to depend on how you prefer to get taxed. Each situation is going to be a little bit different, what type of business you are and how you prefer to get taxed. For me, the advantages of an S corporation, actually in the state of Texas, I'm able to sidestep the self-employment tax as well as become an employee, put myself as a W-2 employee to my own corporation where I can cut myself a wage that has its own tax benefits. Your corporations and LLCs usually consist of one or more people that form the business entity. And as for a corporation, it's usually the founder and the shareholders. And the shareholders are the people who hold stock in the company. Now, why would you want to form a company other than being a sole proprietor? Well, like I mentioned before, there are tax advantages, but it also establishes credibility and professionalism as the business owner. A lot of times when you're working with vendors or different companies that you want to transact business with, so what are some of the advantages in establishing yourself as one of these types of business structures? Well, if you want to do business with a lot of vendors or even different companies, they're going to want to see that you have a legitimate company. Now, one of the ways that you can prove the formation of your company is through what's called an EIN, or an employer identification number, or what's called your TIN, your tax identification number, both of which are issued to your company after formation. So how do you form your company? There's a couple of different ways you can do it. Really, the easiest way is to just go to the Secretary of State website for your state. They're going to have several forms that you can fill out and submit based on what type of company you would like to form. You can easily find this on the website. They will often offer these forms in PDF format, or you can fill them out electronically and just simply submit it from there. And then you just wait until you receive correspondence back that your company has been formed, or if you're missing some information that you still need to submit, they will let you know. And then once all documentation has been submitted, you will receive your EIN and or TIN. There are also several different companies online that you can use as a paid service for forming your company. These companies usually offer some type of customization to what you specifically need for your company, or if you just want to add some fancy extras like notary stamp for your company or special folders and binders for your company as well. One of the first things you want to do after receiving your EIN is taking that information to your bank and then opening a business bank account. Now, what that allows you to do is then it allows you to funnel your revenue from your business into your business account. So that way you have an easier way to track your income and expenses coming from that one account. This also streamlines your taxes. One of the most common mistakes I see with a lot of new business owners is they will commingle their business income with their personal income, or their business expenses with their personal expenses coming out of the same account. Now, again, an easy way to mitigate this problem is by establishing separate accounts for your business and your personal accounts. Once you have a business account established, you will then make your business account the one main account where you have all of your business revenue getting deposited into this account. You can then designate that account as the only account that will pay for your expenses that are business related. Now you can either set this up as ACH transfers coming straight out of your account, or known as a direct debit from your account, or you can open a credit card, either just a regular credit card or a charge card, where then you can designate that business card as the only card you will use for business purchases. Everything else will be through your personal accounts, obviously for personal reasons. Another one of the advantages of forming a company with an EIN is that you will now be able to establish business credit. Now, what you're going to want to do is go to Duns & Bradstreet and get your DUNS number. What your DUNS number will allow you to do is then establish trade accounts with certain vendors, what are known as either a net 30 or a net 15 or a net 10, depending on the timeline that you intend to pay for your purchases. A net 30 being a 30-day timeline, a 10-day timeline. Now, business credit is a little bit different than personal credit. Business credit has a different scale in which you are rated compared to your traditional personal credit rating system. And what the business credit allows you to do is build your business credit score, as well as work with vendors that offer products or services in bulk, where then you are able to buy down your cost through purchasing in bulk. Now, the absolute dollar might look larger when you're buying in bulk. However, your per unit cost will be a lot less. This is why buying in bulk has its own advantages when you're trying to buy down your cost and establish economies of scale. You will pay less per product for each piece of product you buy, which thereby has its own effect in increasing your business profitability. So those are just a few of the benefits and advantages of forming a company. This is not tax advice by any nature. You want to consult with a tax professional to see which one might be the best formation for you. Anyways, if you found this video helpful, please click like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later.